Right, it's trying to connect right now. Now we're back in the YouTube window. Now it says you're live.
You have to move
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the camera. It's
not the
picking
camera,
me up now.
but the laptop.
Let's pop that out. Pop up chat. You'll find it's easier to deal with it this way. Live chat. You can see people talking here. Yeah, you got your live chat window, but you can minimize this and fuck around with other stuff.
Yeah, but it's recording right now.
Yes, it's recording right now. And here's your. You can see a preview of yourself right there. Give me a sec. I'm gonna throw. All right, this is how you could go into. When you go back into YouTube, switch over this other tab here. This is your YouTube page. Let's refresh it real quick. You probably should see something saying you're live right now.
Ah, cool.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Refresh. Yeah. See, there it shows. Let's click on test stream. Now we don't want this. That's going to be delayed. You don't want to hear an echo there, but this is the link. I know it's stupid. It's stupid. You'll get used to it. But we have the link there. Let me close that. This is why I have I'm getting my shit set up window. It's because I'm copying the link, and I'm gonna go get it. Okay. I'll be right back. Jump on my machine real quick. I'm gonna throw a link to that.
Yeah, but I'm live right now.
Yes, you're live right now. There's probably nobody watching you though. Does it say like concurrent viewers?
Yeah. Well, I have to ask all of you that are watching me live right now, if you're watching me live right now, what the hell is that brown stain on the trim around the door to my bedroom? I don't know what it is. I didn't spill anything, and I don't remember wiping my butt on that. So, it's brown, but it's, what the hell? It could be something that the bugs did. Yeah, bugs do strange shit. You'd be surprised. You know, I got a Jimi Hendrix thing hanging up, a picture hanging in my living room, and every once in a while, all this stuff appears on it. It looks like I got drunk, puked, and then it collected on the picture and dried. But it isn't. That isn't the case. No, I've never puked on Jimi Hendrix in my life. I wouldn't do that. That would be sacrilege. No, it's from bugs. So right now we are live. I don't know where you're at. You don't know where I'm at. So I'll tell you a little bit. I am in San Antonio, Texas. I am starting a new live stream with my podcast. It's called Do a Podcast and Eat Noodles at the Same Time. Now the eat noodles at the same time part, well, that's going to take a while till I get to that. Because I got a lot of things to tell you. Stories, adventures, ruminations. Do you know what a rumination is? Because I sure as hell don't. I think it has something to do with memory. But anyways, I'm going to enjoy myself with this. I'm 66 years old. I'm retired. And I don't care. So that means I'm going to say what's on my mind. I'm going to do whatever I feel is right. And I'm going to give you something to think about, hopefully, as time goes on. And maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, 40 years from now, you're going to think back on it and go, that crazy SOB was right. So until then, let's go ahead and get it into the program. But right now we're waiting on my buddy, Richard, to come back. What are you doing, Richard?
I'm spamming the link to your video all
You're what?
You're spraying.
Oh, you're spamming it.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard is spamming this video all over the place. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Right now, you're not seeing me in the setup that I would normally be in. I'm unprepared for this, unfortunately. I do have severe arthritis in the left hip, left knee. So I'm sitting here. Once I sit in a chair, I'm sat until I absolutely have to stand up, which is fine. So I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, this is what the first live stream is going to be about. I'm going to tell you a story. It's about a buddy of mine named the Mick. Now, I met the Mick in 1981 in El Paso, Texas. Yeah, you got that right. El Paso, Texas. Place most people have never been to, most people don't want to go to, and when they get there, they're going, holy shit, why did I come to El Paso, Texas? Well, I ended up in El Paso, Texas in 1981. Took a bus from San Antonio, Texas to El Paso, Texas to meet up with a buddy of mine and his wife. And I have to admit, it was one of the most original experiences I've ever had. And that's saying something. I'm an ex-military brat. I've been here, there, and around, and we'll get into that in later sessions and such. But the thing is that going to El Paso, Texas was different. I couldn't find a job working what I had been trained for, which is radio. So I took a job at a restaurant. Las Palapas. I don't even know if they're still in business anymore. Hell, it's been so many years and so many things have passed. Thing about it is I was there for about maybe 4 months when I met a guy named the Mick. Paul R. Spillane. We called him the Mick. He called himself the Mick, and that's how we got to know him. We saw him as the Mick. And the Mick was an interesting guy. He wasn't dumb, naive perhaps about some things, but he wasn't dumb. And I remember the first time I met the Mick, he was a busboy, and he was cleaning tables, and all that general stuff and whatnot, which is cool. Everybody's got to start somewhere, so I know I did. And after a while, he managed to talk management into making him a cook. So I took him under my wing to teach him to cook. Well, Mick didn't listen too well. And if he did, he didn't hear what was being told to him. And I remember the first time Mick made pancakes. Now, we used to have this big old batter thing that was full of batter, and you press down on it, and all this batter would go out on the grill, and it would be big enough for a pancake. And then you move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next, whatever. Mick did not fill his batter gun. It was only like about a third filled. So he made one little pancake, two little pancakes, three little pancakes. And then he went and he got the batter, filled up the gun again, and he poured some more batter down on each pancake to make sure that it was the size of a pancake that we would sell. And lo and behold, Mick flipped that thing, and the pancakes looked like they had tree rings in them. And we called those the Mick pancakes. He sent those out. He used to say somebody sent them back and wasn't too happy with them. It wanted something different. And Mick was the kind of guy that was curious. You'd be curious about it.
Very quiet.
Huh?
You're very quiet.
I'm very quiet.
Supposedly, yeah.
You can't hear me.
Well, you're back away from the headphones quite a bit.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't even thought about using the headphones yet.
Yeah, use your headset.
Damn.
You can hear yourself. Well,
Okay,
also
so
need to check the volume levels here.
get the headset. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Fight with
I
this.
probably bought you the. I probably should have got you something better.
No, it's okay. I just gotta figure out how to get it to. There.
You know,
I think I got it. No. There we go. Okay. On the mic on this up here on the right. No, not that one. The other one. Yeah. Turn it up. That'll give us a lot more audio right there.
How about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Test,
I can hear
test,
myself
test.
just fine.
Holy.
Like I said, folks, this is the first time test. We're just playing with this right now.
It is a bit low. You're still down on the green. Is it? I'm not. No,
Yeah.
It's expecting you to be up, right up in front of it, talking like you.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing it right now.
We
but,
can adjust that. Bring the mic this way. There we go. And there I am. I just got to adjust my seating. Sorry, folks. This is all experimental. We're playing with this, and I'm playing with you.
Oh my.
Do you like to be played with? Oh, well. Yeah. Of course, you see the cane. That's because I'm a cripple.
Yeah, he's all.
And I got no problem with that. None whatsoever. So, anyway, so the mic, we were talking about the mic. And one day the mic got a curious idea. What happens...
If I stick my finger up my ass and...
No. Actually, it was worse than that. What happens if I throw a raw egg, still in the shell, into the deep fryer? Well, needless to say, it wasn't pretty. Within a couple of seconds, it blew up, and we had grease and oil and everything all over the damn place. And Mick is standing there with his face looking like somebody had just tried to pluck the skin off of it because it blew up in his face. But, he figured that out, so he never did that one again. But anyways, so this is our first attempt at trying to upload something onto this channel, get you to listen to it, and I will come back with more stories for you. And I hope you enjoy it, because God knows there is no communication unless you talk to me. And I'll be seeing you later. What? I can't stop yet?
No. Well, no, you can, but there's still your audio is still like oddly low, and I think that has. I'm gonna bet you dollars to donuts. It's got something to do with fucking Windows. What?
No, no. I'm just testing audio. I'm looking at the levels there. Yeah. So we're still playing with audio here.
Speaker, headphones. Okay, recording. 2020. Why does it have that as the goddamn? Oh my god!
What's that?
It was switching audio devices. So we don't want to do that. Yeah, your levels are down to half.
Oh,
That
bring them up.
Explain things. Okay, now you're way too loud.
Okay, so
Okay,
there.
Let's just drop you down here. Let's drop that down.
Okay, so
That explains it.
that's good right there. Eh? That's a Canadian term.
Yeah, see, you want to be kind of in the yellow. I mean, you know all this shit. You used to work at the radio station.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you can adjust that on the fly.
So I can adjust. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't
You're
have.
a lot louder now.
Well, I'm not going to adjust it on the fly, but yeah, I'll just happy medium and where we're at. And So I guess I got to tell you another story.
I suppose so.
Okay. So, you think, another story. Oh, I could tell you about my days as a squid. I could tell you about my days as a college student. God knows I had some bad days. Well, good days and bad days. Okay, so a college story. I used to go, we used to have parties on the weekend like most college students would. And we would have them at my different friends' houses or apartments or whatnot. In this particular case, we had a party at a buddy's house, and I'll just call him Rich. And Rich, I had the regular thing going on there. He had a couple of cases of beer and a bottle of liquor, and the rest of us brought liquor and beer and side things, like chips or whatever to eat. And one of the things that we used to do at these parties is you would show up at the party, and whatever pills you had with you at the time, you would throw them in a candy dish at the front door as you walked in. And so the party would go on, and we'd get drunk, and we'd get plastered, on good liquor. And, well, I won't say good liquor. We didn't know what good liquor was then. Hell, we didn't even know what good beer was then. And anyways, we'd be drinking that and whatnot, and we'd be meeting young ladies there and going on and on and on about our business and having a good time. And about halfway through the party, we would have an event. The event being the candy dish would be put in the middle of the table, and we'd take turns reaching into the candy dish and grabbing a handful of pills and dropping those down, swallowing them with a shot of liquor or a shot of beer, whatever the case may be, whatever you wanted to drink at that time. And then we'd stand around and watch each other and see who's going to fly and who's going to crash. Irresponsible, you say? Stupid thing to do? Well, what do you expect from college students? They're irresponsible and stupid to begin with. I mean, it's part of the breed. That's the way it is. Well, one night, I crashed. I crashed hard. I went down. I was not awake. I was completely tongue out. See my tongue? Drooling the whole 9 yards. So my buddies decided to take me and my buddies and my brother, that's important, my brother, decided to take me into a side bedroom and put me in bed. And they laid me down to bed, and they thought, wow, look who else is in the bed. My buddy Neil's old lady, Molly. She stripped down to her panties and her bra for some damn reason, from what I understand. I don't know why. And she's laying there in the bed, and she's passed out. So my buddies thought it would be, and my brother, thought it would be funny. Yeah, let's take John's clothes off. Let's take all his clothes off. So there I am, stripped naked, laying there on the bed. And then I'm nudged into Molly. And needless to say, warmth looks for warmth. And next thing I know, I don't even know what's going on. They say I had my arms wrapped around her, and I was, nuzzled up against her and had a silly smile on my face or whatever. About an hour later, Neil comes into the bedroom looking for his old lady Molly to take her home, get her dressed and take her home, I suppose. And what does he find? A naked John nuzzled up against his old lady. Well, needless to say, Neil was upset. He wasn't happy about this. And as things proceeded, he grabbed his old lady, got her dressed, Took her home, vowing to come back and kick my ass. And this whole time, I'm unconscious and unaware of anything. Well, I come to, my brother, my buddies, and the guy whose apartment it was are all sitting there in the front room laughing their asses off. They're just having a grand old time over this. I go, what's so damn funny? And they go, well, we stripped you naked, put you next to Molly, and you ended up cuddling with her, and Neil found and walked in on you. It's like, oh my God. You have to understand, Neil was a pretty big boy. One of them big Texas boys. So about half an hour later, Neil calls Rick's apartment. And he's talking and talking, and he's pissed off, and of course, everything. I get on the phone with him. I go, Neil, settle down, brother. Settle down, man. It wasn't me. My brother and Jim McKelvey, they're the ones that stripped me down and put me in that bed next to Molly. And, well, hey, nature took over from there, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Nature took over, and, well, what can I say? Well, needless to say, he forgave me for what happened because I didn't do anything, really. And he came after my brother and my buddy Jim McKelvey, which, well, they well deserved, and they got their asses kicked. But that's the end of the stories for today. Like I said, this is just a test broadcast to see what a podcast I'm doing and gauge people's reaction to what I'm putting out here. And once again, it is podcasts. It's do a podcast and eat noodles at the same time. One day I will eat noodles while I'm doing the podcast, but you're going to have to wait around for that. That there's the sugar. That there's a thing that's going to drag you in is one day he's going to eat noodles, and I want to be there when he does.
You've got some competition over here.
How's that?
I do stupid shit all the time.
Huh?
I do stupid shit all the time.
So where are we at on this thing?
You're just broadcasting right now.
Okay, well, I'm done talking.
John, done talking?
Yeah, for the time being.
Okay.
Well, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Christ.
All right, well, okay, you know what OBS?
Huh?
To the right.
Do what?
There should be a button that says stop streaming.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I see. Looks like main scene.
All the way to the right.
All the way to the right. I see a heart.
That chat window is probably covering it.
I see a chat window. Add emotes. I don't see anything that says.
Minimize the chat window or whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay, minimize chat window. Got that. Start recording. Stop streaming.
Yeah, once you hit that, you're offline.
Okay. Well, y'all see that? That's how stupid I am about this stuff. I gotta look at that and stop streaming.